All right, and we are live. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Thought I would sit down and do a video for you guys and gals. And let's talk a little bit about 2025. I'm not going to do a current events today. I will get feisty in this one later, though, but I'm going to talk briefly with you guys about the same thing I just did on my Facebook Lives. 2025, let's talk about, for me, it's going to be sobriety. It's going to be abundance. It's going to be growth mindset. So for me, it's been a case of kind of continuing what I was doing the last few months. Rechanging things up in my aspects of my life, trimming out people in my life who've been a net negative, focusing on people, bringing people back into my life who were always good to me, who were great friends, networking in those circles, doing all of those things. That's been a big part of what I am doing these days with 2025. People are saying, oh, what about fitness goals? We already know my fitness goals. Are my fitness goals any different from business goals? No, because I have no fitness goals. Okay. I already have a physique that is way well into the top, well into 1% for my age bracket. I'm already have elite strength. I already have all those things. I don't have fitness goals. I only have business goals. There is zero reason whatsoever for me to improve my physique or strength from a fitness perspective. There's none. The only reason to do it is to make more motherfucking money. That's it. Be my only reason, which I'm going to do. So really, that's just a business goal. I don't have to improve. I already look phenomenal to the average person. That's just reality. Set aside internet standards. I'm good. So really, that's what we're talking about then. Abundance, growth, all those things. It's going to be continued sobriety for me. I was checking the date a month or so ago and realized I'm past the 5-year mark since my last drink. February is going to be 6 years, so I'm going to maintain sobriety. I want to continue to push that out here to other people as far as my fitness outreach, the importance of sobriety, the importance of, cutting alcohol and things out of your life, because I have multiple really close friends who are struggling with it. It's stuff I'm talking to them about, trying to be a positive influence. Just like friends I hung out with last night, nobody was drinking. Nobody was drinking. And because the person whose home I'm at is dealing with their own sobriety, they're trying to be clean again. They're a couple weeks in. It was super cool, right? Super cool. So that's kind of the direction I'm going with all of that, right? Maintaining that, but then pushing that into my personal circles. So not just an internet thing, right? It's not just an internet thing. But it's the same thing when we talk about an abundance and a growth mindset. This is a good time of year to rethink about those things, to reorient yourself. So think in terms of abundance. Like for a lot of people, we've had a really rough year. There's been ridiculous amounts of inflation, cost of living increases, economy's been rough. So again, people do need to start thinking, look, we have to rethink what we're doing. If we're in an abundance mindset, we're looking for opportunities all the time, looking for opportunities to improve those things and then network with other people. And again, for me, a lot of that has been the same thing, networking with other people who were good to me in my past, bringing them, sorry, my little paper fell down, push that back up. Bringing those people back into my life, networking with them, coming up with different ideas of, hey, how can we all help each other in improving, coming up, So again, looking at all aspects of growth, obviously physical and fitness growth, right? Financial growth, financial health, emotional growth, spiritual growth, all those things, right? All those things. That's what we need to be looking at. And surround yourself with like-minded people, because iron sharpens iron. And you will be the people that you choose to surround yourself with, right? Okay. So let's get over and we'll get to some of your questions and everything. Let's see what we have going. Xander says, Jason, I do a 2-second pause on the first rep of my bench and touch and go on the rest. Why? I think you would be better off pausing all the reps personally, right? I personally, in my opinion. Also very quickly, you guys will follow me on the Facebook fitness page. If you guys will follow me there and then give me a like and engage all my stuff, it would be greatly appreciated. And Xander, we could argue those other points all day long. I think that as far as some of that goes, you're going to have to figure out what your goals are in terms of grip width, arching, foot position. Now, but as to your other, no, I don't know why you're going to touch and go on the others. I get what you're saying. Well, I'm only going to have to do the first one in the meet. But if you're doing rep work and you're only pausing on the first, that's a problem. I mean, if I'm going to play devil's advocate, I'll play devil's advocate here. If your goal is to have the only one rep in a set count, if you're only going to pause one rep, it needs to be the last rep. Why? Because that's going to be the hard one. When you're at a meet, you're going to be doing a heavy, hard weight that's challenging for a pause. That's not going to be the first rep in a 5 or a 10 rep set. So if you were going to do the longest pause possible on any rep, it should be the last rep. That's going to have the best carryover to your backs in a competition. But again, we could make the case for, pausing everything. Orbital says I can lift 100 pounds over my head. There you go, man. There's a start. Matt Barnes, are men that care about cologne feminine? I don't know. I have no idea what sort of man cares about cologne or cologne, right? I don't buy it. I don't wear it. I don't care. I don't care. Camber bar for the bench is best. Which camber bar? There's multiple camber bars. Michael Hurd is vain. Well, who cares? I don't care if somebody's vain. Bald Ebony Man. No, he's not natty. Do you even need to ask? Did you print out new written affirmations for 2025? No, I printed a new one out a few days ago. I printed a new one out last week. Right? Daily verbal affirmations are the truth. Yeah, we should. Self-programming matters, man. Self-programming matters. What you tell yourself matters. Xander, what we say to ourselves matters. In fact, I'm going to go out sometimes and say what you say to other people matters. Think about a lot of times I've caught people in here, even in my chats, the things that they're writing to me is really what they mean about themselves. It's a projection. Something to think about. William, no, I'm not currently coaching Emma. We're talking, but I'm not coaching her yet. She's not ready to go into a full program again at the moment. All right. All right. Is OMAD good? No, I don't think so. I will never advocate one meal a day. It's not, I don't see the point. I don't understand the benefit. And I like fasting. All right. Keep making that. You're not serious. I'm going to keep making them. I'm going to make a minimum of 1 or 2 every week for a while, Master T. Right? I'm going to keep making them. They're going to be in the feed, but I already did 2 of them here this weekend. So, we're now midweek. We're the start, first week of the year. I'll probably do one tomorrow, right? Let's consider possibly doing another one tomorrow. You want to get a forearm Kapal shot right here. Clearly fake CGI happening right there with that forearm. Yep, I'm clearly using Photoshop. All right, get over to some real questions now, guys. I'm going to just ignore nonsense in here. I'm going to be real chill. I've done real good about not banning anybody. I'm just going to ignore anything that's stupid, right? Just going to ignore it. Or I'm going to clown them. Ruben, here's my thing, man. It doesn't seem to matter. I used to have that mindset, but guess what? I was nice. I didn't stir up any drama for years and years and years and years. The amount of negativity I got back got worse. So it's like, man, there's nothing negative that can be done back. Like, there's nothing else anybody on the internet can throw at me beyond what they've already done. Okay. They can't possibly throw any more at me than anyone has already done. It's impossible for it to get more. So who cares? I might as well just do my thing and do whatever the fuck I want to do. What is some trolls gonna hate on me? They're gonna make mean videos about me. They're gonna talk bad about me and hurt my little feelings. They already try to do that. They can't possibly do more. So, who cares? I'm just going to do what I want. Talk shit about whoever I want to. Real question, what is your diet? Well, you see my pictures. It's mostly meat, eggs, green vegetables, avocados, whole fat dairy, some peanut butter and stuff, a few nuts. Right? I would almost call it the steak, egg, avocado, and whole milk diet. But I do ultra filtered milks. Right? So, pretty much what I'm eating these days. And it's working. I've gotten leaner. I've gained muscle. My strength is getting pretty decent again. Again, whether you love me or hate me, let's just be objective. And again, anyone who can't admit this needs to just admit then that they're projecting. Okay? Love me or hate me, whether you think I'm a good person or you think I am literally the worst human being to have ever walked the face of the earth. Right? You ready? I'm box squatting 500 consistently on a 12-inch box. I'm doing clean rep work with 550 on the deadlift with just chalking a belt. I'm pulling 585 clean. I'm doing nice, clean, paused work sets with 315 on the bench. And I'm doing it at 48 years old and not fat. If you can find a reason to hate on that, it might be time to reassess your own life at this point. Now, William says, you were shitty, but you're good now. So the truth is, I see no reason to hate you. I support you. Now, hey, man, all good. I appreciate that, William. Appreciate that. And, you know, I'm still going to be focused on helping people here. At the end of the day, me calling people out is still going to help people. And I realize that. I used to say for a while, and I realized I was wrong. Let's come back over and say, that's a tough thing for people to say. It's a tough thing for people to say that they were wrong. Everyone told me, Jason, you helped tons of people calling all this out. You used to spit fire. It actually helped people. It made the world a better place. And I was like, no, it just put negativity out there. But then I've come to realize all these scam artists are putting out negativity. They're harming people. They're not just lying. It's one thing to say, okay, you're lying. But these people are harming people with their lies. They're selling false dreams. They're selling garbage products that are scamming money out of people. They are hurting people. That is objectively bad. Me calling them out literally stopped people from being scammed. So we have to look at it that way. And I've come to realize I really did help people. I need to be doing it again. And if I have to be, let's put it this way. Let's say I have to be a complete asshole. Let's say I have to be a complete asshole, but I stop 1,000 people from getting scammed in doing so. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Absolutely, because it actually is literally doing good. Which is crazy to say because a lot of times we would say, yeah, being a dick isn't a good thing, right? But is it literally stopping people from getting ripped off? Well, then it becomes a good thing. And again, the people I'm calling out are scamming people. Not like I'm calling out people who are being noble, pardon the pun, noble natties. And virtuous, I'm calling people out who are literally scamming people. Okay? All right, let's get over to some of these questions. Yes, I inject Turkestone. Okay, whatever, man, whatever you want to do. When cutting, do you recommend primarily medium high reps to heavy low reps? I don't have an exact recommendation. Whatever got you big will keep you big when cutting. But the question becomes, how about you just optimize your training? Why don't you optimize your training and then try to gain muscle while you're cutting? Train the same way you're cutting that you would do if you're trying to gain muscle. That would be my advice. Unless someone's trying to sell you a separate cutting routine. No, I got a whole different routine you can buy when you're cutting. No, focus on getting jacked. Right? Ruben says, my 2025 business goal is to max out investment contributions to 401k and IRA so I can retire before I'm 50. Dude, that's awesome. Hey, Ruben, I hope that you are successful at that, and I wish you great success in that endeavor. Okay. Hey, Fitch, what do you mean still worried? I've never been worried about prostate cancer. At what point have I ever given the impression, unless I missed something, maybe I missed something, have I ever told you in a video that I have personal major worries about prostate cancer? It doesn't run in my family. The family members I've had who died or had cancer were non-relatives. They were through marriage. I can't think of a single close family member of mine who's ever gotten any type of cancer. I'm not genetically disposed to cancer. I'm genetically predisposed to heart disease. So I don't know where that's coming from. Donnie T says, I'll agree you helped me understand the realities of lifting, saving me from falling for the BS in my beginner phase years ago. Much appreciated. King Bruce says, you're like a Robin Hood of the fitness community. Will the call-outs ever be regular videos? Not for now. Okay, Shane, do you want me to lie or do you want me to tell the truth? The truth, I have no current intentions of doing them as anything but lives. Okay? I have no current intentions. But if I end up doing it, that's not a lie because it means I just changed my mind. Okay. How much rest should you take on the 5x5 routine? At least 3 minutes. What nationality is the name Blaha? It's Czech. Big. I don't get any welfare checks. Like that's, how do I put this? If you actually think I'm on welfare, you have lost the plot. I mean, let's just be fair. Like, let's set aside trolling. Let's set aside bullshit. Let's set aside internet nonsense. Common sense should tell you that I don't get any sort of welfare. And I'm sorry, but if you actually think that I do, you're a fucking idiot. That's all I can say, dude. I really don't even know what else to say. All right. But if you believe that I am committing some sort of welfare fraud, feel free to contact whatever agency you think is giving me a check and file a report. See how easy that is? Put your name on it as a real concerned citizen and go file a report. But you know that I don't get any. All right. When is your, I'm not going to do an OnlyFans. I decided I'm definitely not going to do that. All right. So let's get back over to real questions. You guys get done with your bullshit. So William said, I do 1 minute rest, but heavy weights you can do, yeah, 2 to 5. I mean, smaller exercises, 1 to 2 are fine. Higher rep stuff, absolutely, to some extent. When we're doing big movements, though, if you're only taking 1 minute, you're definitely Absolutely not. Absolutely not going to perform the same set to set. Natty or not good is going to bring you into the spotlight. Yep, probably. They're already doing decent, picking up. I already got that response from GDS. So I'm debating who I want to do next. I've got a couple of options. I've also got at least one that people have asked me to do that I'm going to actually say I'm not going to do. And I'll explain why later too. I'll put that in its own video. What's your favorite kind of music? I mean, hard rock. I like a lot of different musics, but it's very clear that I do like a lot of hard rock. Right? All right. Can you good carb load from vegetables without large glycogen spillage and looking bloated? Carb spillage, is not really what you think it is. What you're looking at is accumulation of extra water weight due to shifts in aldosterone, right? So. Okay. So let's get back over to more fitness stuff. Happy New Year's, Jason. Question: do you experience a boost in strength in the main movements after lowering your frequency and volume? I feel like they bumped just a hair when I cut the conditioning back down, right? When I cut the conditioning back down. William says, I spent a lot of time getting my backyard land, escape sister's dogs pooped in my fake grasses. Pooped in your fake. So you actually have fake grass. Well, I mean, you can clean it up though, bro. But here's the other thing, William. If you know you got the fake lawn like that, why are you having people, have their dogs play back there? You could just avoid that situation completely, right? Because if you got dogs back there playing, you know that that's going to happen, So don't put yourself in that situation. Oh, now you guys are silly that I made zero progress. Really, guys, my strength is back up. I'm looking more jacked. I'm looking leaner. You're projecting now. Alexander, what did you mean that fat cells stretch and shrink during the day? Alexander, I don't understand your question. Maybe you have slightly misunderstood something I've said. Did you adjust your calories? No, I pretty much kept stuff more or less the same. All right. William, exactly the point. Dudes over here act like I'm not doing up ridiculously, insanely well for my age. Again, absurdity. Absurdity. All right, hold on. Just something over here. Where are we at? Why do the seal row in comparison to the dumbbell? We're very, very different movement, right? Very, very different movement. So if you look at the seal row is going to be a very, very strict exercise to where you are removing everything else and just isolating at a fairly steep angle. Whereas with the dumbbell row, you get independent stretch on each side. It has some potential for some slight differences in range of motion and bar path. So also keeping in mind, if you're trying to do 3 or 4 different movements for the same muscle, you're going to need some row variations, right? And that allows you to do it that way. But if you're not trying to do that, then absolutely no problem, right? Alexander says, does high fiber vegetables have a higher thermic effect than protein? Not necessarily. I wouldn't think that there's sufficient evidence to say that, but, right? They definitely have a higher thermic effect than lower fiber carbohydrates, right? Fiber itself has a different thermic effect. So anytime you consume more fiber, your overall calories used to break down and digest food is higher, thermic effect is higher, right? Donnie says, I'm planning to specialize AR. Maybe you meant arms. Okay, there you go. How much protein for a 200-pound man? That's not a straightforward question. What are you trying to do? Does smoking weed lower testosterone? But Antonio, so are you trying to get just enough to get muscle growth? Are you trying to maximize thermic effect? Are you trying to get different metabolic benefits? What is it that you're trying to do? You need to be very, very specific. So if it's purely to gain muscle, you need 150 grams, right? So if you're trying to protein overfeed, it could be as much as 300 or 400. Yeah. Donnie says, is once a week legs okay? Once a week leg is enough to maximize growth, right? So Donnie, how often do I really do legs? Once a week? I'm making gains doing it just fine. Haven't plenty of people made amazing leg gains doing legs once a week? So why are you talking about maintenance? Why are you talking about maintenance? How do you feel about taking a strategic rest week of January to avoid overcrowding in gyms? I would not recommend you do that. Right? I wouldn't recommend you do that at all. What do you mean a strategic rest week? You mean lose gains? Right? You mean lose gains? That's what you're asking me. So because the gym is overcrowded, you're going to sacrifice gains because of that. I'm going to recommend that you don't do that. That is a bad mindset. That's a bad strategy. No, go get your gains. Master T, you should have an intro clip for fake natty hunting. No, I'm not going to do all that. I don't need to go hunt them physically. We just call them out. Alexander says, what percentage of people in the world are single-digit body fat? I wouldn't have any idea where to even start to research that figure. I wouldn't even know where to start looking for an answer to your question. I would assume it's a very low percentage, other than maybe in starving countries. Can you react to the documentary? Antonio, I haven't seen it. I'm not going to watch it. Okay, I ignore that nonsense. That is not good to even watch, right? All right. Let's see. Okay. other hand, Satnat says, be able to come back better, perhaps heal everything 100%. Why don't you just adjust your training to heal 100%? That I'm telling you right now, a week off, if we go off the data we have, the week off, you will always regress potentially to some extent, even if you needed the week off. It's only that you've overreached excessively and therefore you're on the verge of overtraining. But the week off itself will always cause some detraining. It's not a good thing. Orbital says vegan gains is weird. Yeah, I think we all agree with that. Is it okay to fast for 4 hours after you wake up? I fast for more than 4 hours after I wake up most days. So based on what you know about my eating habits, you know that I will say yes to this. Unless I'm going to say I do it, but it's not okay. Well, that would be a little hypocritical, wouldn't it? So King Bruce would answer, would you want me to give? To say yes, it's okay, or to say I do it and it's a bad idea? Because those are really the only two possible options, since you know that I do that. Just saying. I mean, I make it's very, very clear in my videos. I say it regularly that I fast. I generally don't eat till noon. It's pretty common for me most days. But you may not be up to speed on my content, and that's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be. So it could be in that case that maybe you just simply didn't know. But back over to you, SatNav. So no, I don't know what you're trying to achieve. So why don't you have your training more dialed in so that you are healed up and everything's going good, right? Cool. So don't use the influx of new people as that excuse. Get in and get your training done, man. Get your gains. And maybe you might be forced, if you feel like you've been overreaching it, you may have to scale your workouts back a little bit during the week or two. It's going to be about 3 weeks. Okay, we already know that. It's going to be about 3 or 4 weeks. It's not going to be the first week. So then if you need to scale back your stuff, and then, then you'll replenish and then come back hard, but don't skip your basic exercises. Even if you go on vacation somewhere, you need to get to the gym and do whatever your primary movements are. Like if your primary movements are squat, bench, deadlift, and pull-ups, you need to do those. You need to do those every week, no matter what. Barring something that's physically preventing you from doing it. So if you ever need to scale back the equivalent of you feel like you need some sort of strategic deloading, maybe just take some of your accessory workout. But you still need to get in and spend 15, 20 minutes on your big lifts, your important ones for whatever you're doing. They need to be done. Right? Also, a reminder for those who are not doing it, follow me on the Facebook page. Did we get disconnected? Is that what happened here? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, something is disconnected in my stream because I can't see any comments. I don't know what's going on here. Timer's still running. I don't have any comments showing. Literally nothing. So, there it goes. Wow, there's a bunch of comments. It all just caught up. All right, let me scroll up. Did you have, wow. All right, did you see Mike Israel's video on take a month off? I've already addressed that, there's no reason for that. That's silly. Fight vegan games, not interested in fighting anybody. Your macros is the mirror of your body. No. The GVS finally stopped commenting on your videos. He's a crybaby. He did. He got his panties all in a twist. How long do you fast? I usually, well, it depends on when I finish my workout. I'll do a protein shake after my workout, but I don't do any real meals till at least noon. Your shirt looks like, how much you struggle to cut out junk food completely? I really didn't. All right, Antonio says, no, you're still alive. Can you see them now? Big guy, yeah, they're coming through. All right, GVS must be using his Chinese hacker friends to ruin chats, maybe, right? Where's the Alex Leonidas natty or not? It is coming, right? Robbie says, you ever going to make amends with Genetic Beast? No, I'm not going to make amends with that silly dude. What do you mean an amends? There's no fight. He's some weirdo with no outreach who likes to make videos hating on me and stealing my content. What do you mean make amends? Am I supposed to make amends with every single little nobody out here who pops up and says something about me? I mean, think about that. If I had to make amends and go find every single little goofball who's trash talking me on YouTube somewhere and try to find them all and make amends with them, I would never get anything done. I mean, that would take 50 hours a week. So, will there be a Jeff Nippard natty or not? That's a good one, right? So, Antonio, I thought you were a good person. Now you're going to stand there and you acted like you were a normal, positive thing and you're going to bring up all that nonsense. How do you handle your regrets in life? I handle them like an adult. You try to correct and move forward. That's it. You don't dwell on them. That will get you nowhere. If things are actionable, then you address it. If they're not, then you don't. So if there's things that you've done in your past that you regret, you say, okay, how can I learn and better myself from this? Right? Okay. How do you think your programming compares to GVS's programming? How would I know? What sort of programming does he use? Let me reiterate. I have no idea what in the hell his workouts look like. And I don't really care, quite frankly. I don't have time to research that. Chin-ups versus pull-ups for overall upper body strength. Oh, we could argue that a lot. I still like pull-ups more. All right, nothing wrong with being entertained and informed. I think if you keep these streams up, it will greatly. I think so too. We just keep moving forward with them. Money, because I can see the steroid results over time. I don't need to see his training. I'm going to assume he trains pretty decent, right? That has nothing to do with whether he's used gear or not, or whether he has signs of gear use, or whether it's obvious. Riley, you're correct. GVS's responses showed who he really was. I mean, that says everything. I'm not going to fight anybody. GVS is 19-inch arm. You're totally natural, right? Right? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. They were all under my videos. He also made videos responding to money, but go read underneath the videos with his name in the title, with Joffrey's name in the title. He wrote a bunch of comments. He wrote a bunch of comments under there in multiple threads. Whatever happened to that Elgin intensity guy? I have no idea what happened to Elgin Moans. No clue. Did he just fall off or something? I don't know. Could the push-ups for the chest be as useful as the pull-ups for the back? Probably not. No, because think about it, sat nav is harder to load. It's just that there's no benefit to a push-up that you can't get from free weights. Whereas at least with a pull-up, it's different. You're not limited with needing special grip stuff, and they're not really the same. Plus, a push-up is not your full body weight. So then you're having to add a lot more weight to get anywhere. Make sense? I've shut the firearm channel down, Shane. This is not a friendly platform for it. And I'm not doing as much gun stuff as I used to. Like, I'm not saying I don't shoot or carry, because I still obviously do, but I'm not doing tons of firearm stuff right now anyways. Like, I'm not at the range every single week, right? I'm not hand loading. I'm not doing any of that stuff. So why do I need a firearm channel? Honest question, what started the beef between you and Elgin? I literally have no idea. I can't even remember. Legitimately don't know. Money, sir, you saying he deleted all of them? They were there this morning. So, Money, you're telling me he deleted them, or are you telling me that you just didn't look? Because it has to be one or the other. Yeah, it came from his verified big account. Multiple. He probably made 10 different posts. A bunch of people got screenshots. Let me double check. Let me see if he's trolling or if they're actually gone. They could be gone. He might have come through and got embarrassed and deleted them. So let me scroll down and see. Right? I'll go check them out. Give me a second here, guys. I'll find out. So we'll see if this guy's just trolling or if they are gone. He may have deleted them, though, guys. But a bunch of you remember he got in conversations with everyone, insulted a bunch of you. All right. And this is a ways to scroll. Let me find out. What did he do? No, they're still there. Like, literally, his first one is right there. Maybe I should pin it. There you go. So his original, and he replied to a bunch of people. I went ahead and pinned it for you. Yep, they're still there. Chris, Wes Watson punched us. I don't know the full details of that. Can you show your screen? No, I don't know how to show my screen. All right, Chris, I appreciate the donation, but yeah, I don't know enough about that. I'm hearing a little bit of stuff with it, as some people were all saying it was justified that the guy attacked him first. So I don't know. I have no idea. So that's one of those things where, look, I'll call people on stuff, but when I don't have enough information to make an informed thing like that, I'm probably not going to do that. And I can think Wes Watson is a clown or whatever. But again, an uninformed decision, not going to do that. Right. Oh, Pepper, I haven't spit fire because I haven't had a reason to yet, really. Thoughts on cold showers. Why would you do a cold shower? Chuck, I've already been doing them, man. I've already done several of them. We called out the fake natty stuff. I called out GVS already for getting his panties all twisted in response to me. I'm sorry, Joffrey. Let's call him Joffrey. The first one is the one with his name in it, because I did 2 of them. Go check the original. And it wasn't comment. He left a dozen comments. They're all there. Like, I don't understand at all. Why would you want to take a cold shower? Do you enjoy it? Do you like leg presses for reps after heavy squats? Yes, of course. I think leg presses after heavy squats are great. No money. He made a dozen comments. Go read through the whole thread. He got involved in other people's replies, right? I've heard cold showers are good for weight loss. Well, somebody lied to you. Hey, King, somebody told you some stupid bullshit. I heard that the moon was made out of green cheese. See how that works? I heard, let me think of some other weird silly stuff I heard. Yeah, Antonio, you're right. He had back and forth with you now. That fix that I heard I was made up. There you go, man. Yeah, but Mike Rashid falls for all sorts of silly shit. I mean, it's not, we're not going to pretend that Mike Rashid's results are not impressive, but Mike has always pushed a bunch of silly shit. I mean, even stuff like vegan, 1 meal a day and everything else. Right? So, where's the Spartan costume? It's in my master bedroom closet. Do you remember Mike Chang, the six-pack shortcuts guy? Everybody does, right? Everybody didn't remember the Mike Chang. It was everywhere, all over the place in everyone's ads. What about 18-6 eating window? I think that's fine, but that's not one meal. That's having multiple meals over a time window. It works great. I do that all the time, right? I have no idea where those caps are. That was my ex had them, and that's been over 10 years. You seen how fat the Hodge twins are? You should make a video. Did they get fat? Man, I did not know that. I was unaware that that had happened. I'll have to possibly investigate. So, where are the Hodge? Probably not. Basement bodybuilding will probably make a video on he always gets if someone GVS is attacked. Right? Money said, dang, I guess you did get to Joffrey. Let's call him Joffrey. Right? I did get to him, didn't I? Look at that response. Look at that response. Does GVS have questionable temperament? I wonder. I don't know. But he sure got all his panties all twisted up. People trying to get me shook in here. Not going to happen. I know, Chris. That's why I'm just letting them run, man. I mean, it's just feeding my algorithm at this point. I'm just going to let them run wild. It's just going to put money in my pocket. I mean, let's be realistic. Didn't all my haters tell me, right? Didn't all my haters tell me, you make more money if you just let our comments through? Right? You'll make more money if you just let our comments through. They were right. Right? They were right. I'm just going to let them talk shit. Because here's the thing. People are going to talk shit about me anyways. I might as well get paid for it. All right. Can you unban some of these bigger channels? I already unbanned all the bigger channels. Oh, guys, no. The big channels can all post. They just haven't realized it yet. Vegan Gains, the fake Frenchy guy, they can all post under my comments. They just haven't realized they can yet. I unblocked them. They're free to start any beef that they want. New year, new you. There we go, baby. Yeah, you guys can let Vegan Games know. Actually, I unblocked him. He can comment under my stuff. Hell, let's start a fight. Let's start a fight. I'm down. And I'm gonna keep making gains. You guys are watching the gains. And this is why people are going hard who hate me, because they're seeing it. They're like, man, Blaha doesn't care anymore. Blaha's getting strong again. He's getting leaner. He's gaining muscle, strength going back up. Uh-oh. We better double down. We can't have this. We got to put him in his place. Not working. It's not working, guys. No. Chuck, I mean, that's the point. I literally have no clue where they get it. Like, all joking aside, right? I actually have no motherfucking idea where they get it at all. I can't get my head around it. And it's like, I understand some of the stuff where they get it from. Like, let me be clear. Some of the bullshit people say, I actually do get where they're coming from. That's one of them that I absolutely have no idea why they would even think that's possible. It's weird. But it also shows that it's one of those things where something is so ridiculously obviously not true that it discredits any other argument. That's the thing too that people need to realize, right? That's the thing that people need to realize. Like, if you are gonna try to talk smack about someone, but you get caught doing stuff that, instead of focusing on what you could actually prove of nonsense, it just shows that you're a liar. And therein lay the problem. It discredits any chance they have. It's just silly. Let's see. Is it coming back? Wait. It reconnected the camera. Okay, we're good. We're at 54. I probably need to wind it down anyways. The stream totally froze. Yeah. No, stream 100% froze at 50 something minutes in. All right. Matt says, Happy New Year, Coach. Big leg day today. Here we go. 1 pound of muscle per month. Awesome, man. Yeah, no, the stream is back. We're good. So it died. I may need to wind it down here soon, but yeah, the stream really did just die. But this time, all your comments stayed. All right. So, what happened to my guitars? Right there. So, about to wind this down. I hope it's been informative. Give you guys a forum. Let's give you guys a bicep shot before we go, right? Mountain bicep, yes. Oh, got them tricep veins. Haters are fuming. Haters are fuming.